Today we are making a delicious meatless carne asada taco recipe. Our protein today is tempeh. If you think you don't like tempeh, be sure to stick around because I am going to show you the secret to make it taste amazing. Welcome to Kat's Vegan Kitchen. Today my goal is to teach you what is tempeh, why you have to start eating it, and how to make it taste amazing. Remember, if you find value in this recipe, hit that thumbs up button or subscribe so you never miss a recipe. Let's get started. Tempeh is a cousin of tofu. It's made mostly from soybeans, but it's less processed. It's also less known and it's better for you. Tempeh can be cut into strips or cubed or crumbled depending on how you want to use it. Because we're using it for tacos, today we're going to crumble it. Tempeh is so good for you. It is high in protein and it's also an excellent source of vegan calcium and iron. Three things you really need in a vegan diet that sometimes can be hard to get. But tempeh is fermented, which sometimes gives it a bitter taste. So there's a secret to getting rid of that bitter taste that I'm going to show you. The fermentation of tempeh also makes it really good for your microbiome or your gut health. Everyone's talking about gut health right now, and it's no surprise because gut health has been linked to everything from decreasing rates of depression and increasing nutrient uptake, and tempeh is wonderful for your gut health. All right, let's stop talking and let's get cooking. I'm gonna show you how to make that bitter taste go away. I'm gonna toss my tempeh into a saute pan, and I'm just going to add enough water to cover my tempeh. Now I am going to boil that water for about 10 minutes until it steams off. And that's going to get rid of that bitter tempeh flavor. While we're steaming away the bitterness out of our tempeh, let's make up a traditional carne asada marinade. We're going to start with a half cup of fresh squeezed orange juice. You can always use a bottled orange juice, but make sure you use one that doesn't have added sugar. The orange juice is going to provide a delicious natural sweetness to this recipe. To our orange juice, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. To that, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of lime juice, which is about the juice of 2 limes, depending on how juicy they are. Add in 1/2 cup of freshly chopped cilantro. 1/4 cup of tamari. You can also use soy sauce or Bragg's liquid amino acids. We're going to add in a 1/2 tablespoon of chili powder, a 1/2 tablespoon of cumin, a 1/2 tablespoon of paprika or smoked paprika if you have it, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of ground oregano, 1/4 cup of oil. I like to use avocado oil in this recipe. Olive oil also works really well. For my oil-free people, you can actually skip the oil. Just add a little bit of water or vegetable broth in there and it will work just as well. But the oil does add a little bit of flavor. And since our tempeh really isn't high in fat, it's nice to have that added flavor. Our last ingredient is 2 tablespoons of chopped chipotle peppers. I like the ones in adobo sauce. Chipotles are pretty spicy, so you can adjust that to your taste level. My tempeh's been steaming for about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to carefully drain off the extra water. Carne asada is typically made with beef, so I'm gonna season my tempeh with a vegan beef broth before I marinate it. And simmer it until the beef broth is mostly absorbed. Once your tempeh absorbed most of that beef broth, we're gonna add it to our marinade. Now here's the thing, the longer you marinate the tempeh, the better it's going to taste. I would recommend marinating it for at least an hour in the refrigerator, and you can marinate it for up to 24 hours. Usually I marinate mine for about an hour or 2. Give your tempeh a quick stir, and we're gonna store that in our refrigerator for an hour or 2, and then I'll show you how to fix up the most delicious carne asada meatless tacos. My carne asada's been marinating for about 2 hours and it's time to make up our tacos. We're gonna spoon all of our tempeh into our skillet. Use a slotted spoon to make sure you get all your tempeh out of the marinade. We're going to have a lot of marinade left in the bowl and I'm going to pour just about half of that in with my tempeh mixture. Then I'm going to cook my tempeh over medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes until that liquid is almost all absorbed. I'm gonna serve these tacos with corn tortillas. Remember, your corn tortillas are gonna taste better heated up, so just flip them over a gas flame a couple times or put them in a warm oven to heat them up. Put a scoop of your tempeh asada a slice or two of avocado. Make sure your avocado is nice and ripe. A tiny sprinkle of some delicious red onion. And we're gonna top these with a little bit of cilantro. These vegan carne asada tacos are a wonderful meatless addition to a taco bar, and I promise you won't even miss the meat. Remember, if you want the full written recipe, it's always linked in the description below, and I also link difficult to find products in the description. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time on Kat's Vegan Kitchen.
I am eating carne asada that is off the charts. Really good. Yeah, highly recommend.
God, I'm ready. I'm ready.